Many people with dementia can read. Adapted from training materials provided by Cameron Camp, PhD. Reading uses procedural memory, which is a form of learning, and long-term memory of how to do certain things, like riding a bike, tying your shoes, or cooking. Reading uses procedural memory and is often something people learn at a young age. Reading is a skill that often stays with a person far into the course of dementia. Reading can be a useful tool for engaging people with dementia, but first you must know whether they can read and what size print they can read. Often people can read if they have help, including things like larger sized print and attention aids. Attention aids help people focus on what they are reading. You can do a simple reading test in about 1 minute. Approach someone living with dementia and ask for their help. I want to make some signs. I want to be sure they are easy to read. Will you help me? The first sign should be no more than 5 lines with 100-point type. Ask them to read it out loud to you. If they can read this sign, give them the second sign to try. The second sign should be no more than 5 lines with 48-point type. Ask them to read it out loud to you. If they can read this sign, give them the third sign to try. The third sign should be no more than 5 lines with 24-point type. Ask them to read it out loud to you. Now you have discovered if someone is able to read and what size print they need. If they are no longer able to read, say thank you for helping. It looks like this sign is hard to read. This is what we needed to know. Document what size print each person can read. This will help other care partners prepare signage for their room or living spaces. Using this reading assessment, you often discover people who can read when you may have assumed they cannot. If they have given up on magazines and newspapers, maybe it is because the print is unreadable for them or they need an attention aid to help them focus. Use your knowledge for signage, wayfinding, and labels. This will help to reduce repetitive questioning. You can use labels to help them sort things like pieces of clothing, family pictures, and other personal items. Many people who do not talk anymore can still read out loud. Reading provides a great opportunity for interaction and engagement. How will you use this simple reading test to engage people living with dementia?